Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Vegan Spirituality Online Gathering. It's really a thrill to have you all here. My name's Lisa Levinson, and I am one of your hosts for today. And we've started this Vegan Spirituality Online Gathering in order to be able to offer an opportunity for people to explore vegan spirituality as a practice where people can connect, can build community together, and can celebrate their vegan choice to practice this wonderful and compassionate lifestyle. So we bring this to you each month, and we also have in-person gatherings, and you can find out more about those by going to veganspirituality.com. There, if you'd like to find a local group, you can click on the Groups tab and it will take you right there. So here we are gathering on the internet so that we can all, from wherever we are, can explore veganism as a spiritual practice together. So we do that by interviewing a special guest. And first, I'd like to introduce you to my co-host, Judy Carmen, who is the author of Peace to All Beings and Homo Ahimsa. Hi, Judy. Meaning to unmute.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Lisa, and hi, everybody. So glad you're here with us. It's just great to be together. I love that. And we are so excited, Lisa and I, because we met Julie Griffin a while back, and she has never ceased to amaze us with everything she does. I'm going to read her bio, but you will also be amazed when you hear this, and then when you hear her speak too. So, and we will have, someone asked about, is this interactive? We will have a Q&A session towards the end. Julie is going to actually do a hypnosis session after she answers some of my questions. And then we'll have Q&A before the closing. So we'll have about 10 minutes for that. And you can post questions also in the chat. So, all right, let me introduce this amazing woman. Her name is Julie Griffin, BCH, is an award-winning international hypnotherapy instructor, practitioner, and author. Born in 1958, while her mother was in an ecstatic, pain-free hypnotic trance, she uses hypnosis to enhance every part of her life. She shares, quote, "Your subconscious mind is a limitless resource and provides sublime access to your own reservoir of strength and latent gifts. Hypnosis is a relaxing, healing, and empowering tool that prompts self-actualization and connects you to your own sacred divinity, something that we all are working on and that we all need to be able to do what we want to do, create a vegan world." Now retired from her medical hypnotherapy practice, together with her husband, Frederick Macdonald, Julie is the co-founder of the World Vegan Assembly and an active member of the Interfaith Vegan Coalition that Lisa and I co-founded. And she's done amazing things for the Interfaith Vegan Coalition. A self-proclaimed, quote, devout vegan, unquote, she now delightedly puts her medical, clinical, and metaphysical hypnotherapy gifts to a holy use by producing relaxing and uplifting programs to help others to transition to plant-based diets. And you'll learn more about that as we go along with the questions, and you'll find out also how to see some of Julie's YouTubes that she's produced. So to start out, Julie, I couldn't help but ask you what you meant when you said your mother was in an ecstatic, pain-free, hypnotic trance when you were born. So please tell us about that.
Okay, can everybody hear me? Welcome, everybody. Thank you for this great turnout. Thank you for the warm welcome, Judy and Lisa. It's an honor and a privilege to be here. What a great organization. Regarding my birth and my mom had had some bad pregnancies, some miscarriages and things like that. So she was a very nervous mother to be. Fortunately for her and for me, in 1958, the American Medical Association sanctioned the use of hypnosis in medicine. So when her doctor, Martin Goldstein, decided to become a hypnotist and to practice medical hypnosis, she was probably among his very first candidates, and my birth in the hospital setting was one of the first sanctioned medical experiments. So what that means is I was born in trance, and I don't think I've come out since. It helps me with everything, but to get back to the question of my mother always raved about my birth experience. There's so many times where people will hear, oh, I carried you, 9 long months, and your birth took like 3 days, and, they just complain about it. My mother raved about it, and she said, I just laughed through the whole thing and joked with the doctor. I didn't feel a twinge, no medication, nothing. It was just a breeze. You just kind of showed up in the middle of the party. So that's what I mean by ecstatic. It wasn't anything other than pleasure. And I grew up believing in hypnosis because of that story and thinking it was fascinating and amazing and all that. So I started practicing self-hypnosis when I was around 18, but I didn't really become a professional hypnotist till many years later, because I thought it was something people did as a hobby. I didn't really take it seriously as a career path until there was this voice in my head that kept saying, this is lovely what you're doing, but it's not important enough. I think many of us have that voice in our head. This is what you need to do that's more important. So that's kind of how it began. And then around age 32, I jumped into the hypnosis pond forever. And but I'd been already using hypnosis for all kinds of things for 14 years before that.
Let me unmute here. That is so great to hear. That's just amazing. And that was pretty early on for your mom to be able to utilize that hypnosis. Yeah. And you were literally born into it. Yes. And now you're applying it to veganism and to helping animals, which is just so an interesting way of using your gifts. So what inspired you to go vegan?
Well,
how did that happen?
I always should have been a vegan. As all of us should always have been a vegan in my devout vegan opinion. I knew when I was at my grandmother's, skirts in her diner, and she was cooking chicken and she would singe the hairs off the chicken on the big 8-burner stove. I knew something was wrong. I thought, I didn't know chickens had little hairs on them, and that made the chicken seem more like people to me. And the whole thing just kind of grossed me out. So, being a kid who was growing up with parents who were meat eaters, and in the diner with my grandmother, I kind of went along with it, but it got harder and harder. And I became more and more aware that, something is wrong here. And then the older I got, the harder it was. And then the real epiphany came when I lived in northern Minnesota in my late 20s and early 30s to watch all the fishing and hunting, and to come home and see so many dead animals on our deck, and to go fishing and realize I was participating. And I just kind of just said, this isn't for me. So the voice of stop eating meat, stop eating animals kept getting louder and louder, but everyone around me was against it. And so instead of just listening to my own voice, I made the mistake of complying, going along, being part of the crowd, until I met my husband, Frederick Macdonald, who's the co-founder of World Vegan Assembly. We met in church. We were friends for 5 years before we started dating, before he told me he'd been in love with me for a year. And when we started dating, I started cooking for him, and because I always wanted to stop eating meat, knowing he was a vegan and an athlete. Those things were very attractive to me. So I wanted to make him vegan food all the time. And in the beginning, because of habit, I was making my meal and his meal, as I think many vegans do. it's hard to say, no, I'm not doing that anymore to people. But I was making both meals for a time until I realized the food I was cooking for him tasted better than the food I was making for myself that had animal products in it. So it switched up pretty quickly. And then I also realized, well, wait a minute, nobody's standing here telling me I've got to eat the meat anymore. So why am I doing this? I have full choice here. I'm with this wonderful vegan man. And that was it. It was done. And then I stopped 5 years ago on Thanksgiving Day, all the meat. And then I transitioned off dairy by the 1st of January. So that was a pretty reasonably fast transition to total veganism. And then since then, there's just been no looking back. I've just gone full force into it with my eyes and ears wide open now. And it was the best change. And it was also the easiest, supposedly hard change I ever made in my life. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And it's a beautiful story, the way you told it. And I think everybody can relate unless they were born vegan. There are a few of those in the world, but unless we all grew up eating meat and questioning it, but then being told that's normal and all of that. So I think we can all relate to your story. But I think what everybody's curious about too, in addition to this, is how did you bring your hypnosis interests and gifts into the whole vegan work that you're doing? How did you get into hypnosis in the first place? And then you must have, once you became vegan, saw a way to use it to help the animals and people. So yeah, tell us how that
Thank
all
you for that question. I think it all ties together all the way back to my birth. In fact, I think I came through with pretty strong opinions for a very young child, an ability to see what was wrong from a very young age, even though people were telling me otherwise. So then when I became a hypnotist, I'd also been working at a vegetarian market in Bemidji, Minnesota called, Harmony Food, which is a nice name for a vegetarian food place. So I was there and I started cooking vegetarian dishes there for their fairs and stuff. And I got to be pretty good at it and known for it and all that. So I was already studying hypnosis then. And it just became very easy for me to see that, this would be an easy thing because I was teaching so many smoking and weight loss clinics all over the Midwest. I was teaching smoking and weight loss and medical hypnosis and all kinds of metaphysical hypnosis all over the place, including 2 other countries. So I could see all these techniques that I have for hypnosis. Once I became vegan, it was obvious to me that it would be very easy to switch the same techniques over to help people to make the dietary changes. Just like people quitting smoking, they all thought it was going to be hard. They thought it was going to cause weight gain and tension and nervousness, when none of those things had to be true. They had just been programmed to believe that so that the tobacco industry could keep selling them cigarettes. So all I had to do was get them to trust themselves and to relax and to give them different suggestions that cigarettes aren't weight control devices. Cigarettes aren't relaxing. What really relaxed them when they were smoking was this. Every time a person smokes a cigarette, they take approximately 20 long, slow, deep breaths in. And that's what was relaxing them. So of course, when they quit, if they were used to taking 400 or more long, slow, deep breaths a day and they stop, they're going to feel like this. So I just taught them the difference, that all you have to do is take breathing breaks when you would have taken a smoking break. So knowing how well that worked, and knowing that I could also did parts therapy, both with people moving away from excess eating and moving away from cigarettes, where I could say, any part of you that used to want to smoke is now getting smaller and weaker and smaller and weaker and smaller and weaker. And the part of you that wants to be free of that addiction is getting bigger and stronger and bigger and stronger. And it's becoming increasingly difficult for you to even think of that behavior because you want to be free from it. And one day soon you will wake up happy, a non-smoker, happy at your ideal body weight. So it's just a matter of changing things up, because in truth, a lot of the time what I'm doing is bringing people out of the bad trance that they're in and then putting them in a good trance, because people have fallen prey to lies, to advertisements. Dr. Will Tuttle will explain that to you if you read his book, that we're all just kind of going along with things that we're told, whether it's a food issue or anything else. We're just kind of trained to go along. And I'm telling people, well, you can take control of yourself. You can decide that instead of gaining weight when you quit smoking, that you're going to win the lottery. You could decide instead of being nervous or uptight, you're going to be relaxed and happier. So we can apply those same concepts, whether it's parts therapy or whether it is any other type of hypnotherapy, like affirmations work really great for going vegan. I'm choosing to adopt a plant-based diet because I want to have a planet to live on. I'm choosing to adopt a plant-based diet because I refuse to contribute to animal suffering. Those are just simple affirmations, and affirmations are the simplest, easiest way to create a self-hypnosis state in yourself. A few deep breaths, read the affirmations you write down for yourself. Just make sure they are phrased positively. I choose this, I am this, I'm becoming this. That will make it work beautifully. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much.
No. We can keep listening to you all evening.
Well,
This is so fascinating. Okay, good. But this is so interesting. So you're saying that hypnosis, you're talking about deep hypnosis for people who want to quit smoking, but then following it up with affirmations, or?
No, it's all hypnosis. Like one of my teachers said, everything is hypnosis. You get in your car and you're driving down the road and you miss an exit because you're in trance and because you automatically normally go a different direction than that exit you were supposed to take. When you focus, anytime you focus on something and become deeply relaxed, either thing, focused or highly relaxed, you enter into a hypnotic state. It's not a particularly deep one, but sometimes it can be just watching a movie. Like if you've ever been watching a movie and say it's an exciting movie and somebody on the screen throws a punch and your body reacts by jerking, then you entered that movie hypnotically because of course you were not in any danger, but your body reacted as if it was, okay? Another example would be if you've ever been walking down the street and you're not hungry, but the smell of a bakery or a pizzeria leads you in by the nose, then you were hypnotized by a smell when you were relaxed. So there's all these suggestions floating around through the air, all this temptation and things that we've been trained are good for us, or treats that aren't really treats that we easily fall prey to. So in hypnosis, when I'm working with a client and they're deeply relaxed, I can say something like, you're now very aware of the truth in foods. You stop and consider every time you eat, is this food going to help me or is this food going to harm me? Is this food going to give me energy or is this food going to rob me of energy? Is this food spiritually congruent with the way I think and believe, or does it cause harm to others? Does it cause harm to the planet? Does it cause harm to the air, sea, and skies? Does eating this way contribute financially to the horrors inflicted upon defenseless animals? So ask yourself every time you eat, is this food going to help me or is this food going to harm me? That's basically it. There's really not a whole lot of middle ground on that. It's either okay or it's spiritually incongruent. That's a term I use. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit the golden rule, a lot of the food that we've been trained to eat, and it causes harm. There's so many people that go through what I consider and call the big disconnect. they know, we have to know where that food product comes from that's in that white styrofoam coffin with the clear plastic shroud. We have to know that was a living, breathing being that just wanted to be happy, that just wanted to live. But we disconnect from that because it's socially what everyone does, what we were taught. Oh no, those are food animals. I mean, how disgusting is that? It's just really crazy. But, you know, it's the big disconnect. So in hypnosis, we can also help reconnect people to the truth. I can give suggestions. It helps people to get in touch with their eyes and to breathe and relax and go deeper and deeper and get in touch with their eyes and to open their eyes so that they can really see the truth, so they can see where those vegetables come from. They can see where the animal products come from, honestly and openly, with their eyes and their hearts open. And they can see what the animals go through. I'm not going to get too far into that today. That's for the advanced level of hypnosis. But they can also see where the plants come from. The plants are grown in the soil. They are blessed by Mother Nature and Father Earth. They are escorted through the night by the twinkling stars and the planets, and the moon escorts them safely through the night. And they awaken to the sunrise, and the fresh morning dew bathes them together with the rain. And everything is lovely as the hummingbirds and bees kiss them and spread their beauty to other living things. So what would you want to eat? Would you want to eat the stuff that was from violence and from harm? Or would you want to eat something that was energetically charged by the love and the light of Mother Nature and Father Earth and infinite spirit? You might want to, I call it infinite spirit because I do not want to offend anyone's belief systems. You might call it God. It's open to interpretation how you believe when I say the universe or infinite spirit. But what I mean is it's touched by the creator, the divine. This is divine food that is actually meant for humans to consume, as well as the animals. Okay, plants do not have central nervous systems, so they do not feel pain when we eat them, and they can regrow. And they also help keep the planet alive and healthy. So in hypnosis, people are very relaxed, and the more relaxed people become, the more they breathe and relax, the cycles per second of their brain waves slow down from the gotta do state where everybody's running around, gotta do this, gotta do that, which is about somewhere between 32 and 40 cycles per second that the brain moves. Once you start to breathe and relax and breathe and relax, the cycles per second slow down. And you can see that in your own mind if you want to do self-hypnosis. You can say, okay, now they're at about 35, but I want to take them down to like 12. Once you go into 20, you're in the alpha state, which is the meditative state. Once you get down into, say, the number 15 cycles per second, that would be a pretty solid meditative level, like maybe a monk would be at. Once you get down below 12, you are in the hypnotic state. Now I can see Judy's in trance right now listening to me because her throat is pulsing. If anybody can see on the video, her throat is pulsing and she's not blinking. Those are signs that indicate hypnosis. As soon as I said blink, she blinked. But before that, she hadn't been blinking for a while, and the throat pulse is a sign. Normally we don't see people's throats pulsing, but that's an indicator. So I'm trained to recognize all that. But once a person shifts from the 32 to 40 cycles per second, because I encourage them to relax and to feel safe and comfortable and happy, and to recognize their own inherent goodness and kindness, and breathe and relax and feel waves of relaxation rolling through their body, taking them down into the relaxed state, down, down. Once I say that, they go into first a light trance, and then if we keep going, it goes into a deeper and deeper level of trance. Now, some people they pick their own levels. And I actually encourage people, you can go as far into the trance state as you want. And most people can control how deeply they go in. But even if people only relax a little bit, okay, they are going to be at least 20 times more open to the messages than if they were walking around in the gotta do state. Okay. If they go into, you know, the deep meditative or the beginning of hypnosis, they're going to be hundreds to thousands of times more open to the messages, more open to fulfilling their own goals, dreams, desires. Make sense? So that's what happens is we get people to focus and relax, to focus and relax. You know, and I do a lot of silly things as a hypnotist. You know, some people swing a watch. I've never swung a watch in my life, or a pendulum. Don't do that. But those are what's called objects of fixation, because a lot of people are visual, and the visual focusing on something helps draw them in. But I make myself the object of fixation more often than not, which might seem a little egocentric, but hey, so be it. I'm a showboat. So, you know, maybe I'll put on a wig, or I'll cover my headphones with a flashy thing, because people fixate on it and they start thinking things like, what the heck is she wearing? Or wasn't she a brunette last week? And that takes them away from the worry over, is this going to work? Or should I be here? Or is she going to do something weird to me? You know, because people come into like a private session in particular, a little bit worried about what's going to happen because they've never been hypnotized before. But I promise people, I will keep you safe. I will always tell you the truth. I will help you to see, most importantly, your own truth. And I will help you to see like a whole day of your own life, to see what's going on around you so you can make helpful changes. I will help you to connect with the divine and the sacred, holy part of yourself that is power, that is love, that is light. And I assure them that I'm there in love as a helpmate, that I am a healing facilitator, but it's their job to relax and to accept the messages and to want the change, because I can't make anyone do anything they don't want to do. But I can be like the snooze alarm. You know, if they really want something and they're not quite there yet, I can keep reminding them that you want to be compassionate, you want to be kind, you want to be loving, you want to have a planet that you can walk on for the rest of your life and for your children's lives and forever. And you want to be compassionate and see all the animals' cages opening up and free, and all the things that are important to all of us on this call. You just give the messages, and you can add prayer to hypnosis. It's all good. I always make sure it's in line with the person's belief systems, because it's not about me. It's not about my belief systems. It's about helping them to connect to their own. Because when we are connected, when our eyes are seeing the truth and our ears are hearing the truth, and we are speaking kindly to ourselves, saying things like, you can do this. You can make this change. You can be the change you want to see in the world, because it starts inside you. So we help them see, we help them hear, we help them communicate. Even things like being able to say to relatives, no, thank you, when somebody tries to make you a ham sandwich, which they should really call a pig sandwich, but they call it a ham sandwich because they're hiding from the truth. But to hear themselves saying, no, thank you, nicely, kindly, but saying it instead of feeling like they have to go along with the crowd.
So really, this is way beyond just helping people stop smoking and eating too much or eating the wrong food. This is something that could be specifically designed for someone who wants to go vegan and is having trouble with it. But it sounds like it's really global in application. It could be, you could help someone in the many ways that you've mentioned already. And so it sounds like a fabulous gift that you have to offer. And I wanted to mention to everybody that do you have a YouTube channel, or how can people find
Yes,
some of your?
there's already about 4 programs or 5 programs up, and it's either called Mind Magic in that category, or Vegan Easy Hypnosis. And that's all on my World Vegan Assembly channel, on my YouTube channel, World Vegan Assembly. So you can go there, and there's all kinds of things. There's also some work I did with Dr. Silas Rao up there, his climate healing recent press conference that he gave. I was lucky to be able to, help him edit that down. So that's there. Some other work that we did together with you and Lisa and Dr. Rao at one of the UN groups. That's there. There's all kinds of things there, and other hypnosis topics like pre and post surgical hypnosis. There's all kinds of freebies up there that people might enjoy. So again, World Vegan Assembly on YouTube, and Vegan Easy Hypnosis are the actual sessions that people can, trance out at home and feel all groovy and relaxed. And each episode has something for everyone. Even if they're not ready to go vegan, you can encourage somebody to listen with you, because they'll just learn self-control tips and power, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, it's all there, and there's going to be more and more. And eventually I'm also going to start, because I think it will be very popular, a vegan weight loss clinic on Zoom, because I think that might be a way to reach people, because people have different reasons for going vegan, as you know. Like, I consider myself a devout vegan now, because I'm vegan for all the reasons, not just for health, not just for weight loss, not just for the animals. And I don't mean to say just the animals, because the animals were the most important reason, but for every reason that there is. And in my devout veganism, there are no leather chairs in my home, no leather belts, no pillows, nothing. We don't have soap that contains animal products. I don't allow anyone to come into my home with as much as cream in their coffee, because I just decided that I don't have to tolerate that, because it reminds me of when I used to do it, and that hurts my heart. So I just say, no, thank you. Keep that, if you want to do that, you can't do it in my home. So anyway, we're really pretty strict on it now, and it feels good, because we're saying what you're doing, in a nice way, by not allowing it in our own home. We're saying we cannot participate in this on any level. And that feels good. Feels good to have the strength to do that in a world where people look at me like I have 3 heads sometimes. I'm sure
Yes, it's like leave your violence at the door.
Exactly. Very well put. Very,
Yeah.
very well put. And who would put that better than you with your wonderful book, Homo Ahimsa?
Thank you. And actually, I guess I should say you did this delightful little clip about Homo Ahimsa that just made me cry. It was so sweet. And that's something about you, Julie, that just amazes me. You're not really trying to make money on this. You are doing this because it's your gift and you're giving it to others. And
Right.
and you are just doing so many things for the Climate Healers group and for the Interfaith Vegan Coalition group. You've produced some wonderful videos for the Golden Rule Day, representing the Interfaith Vegan Coalition, and all kinds of things that you have done just from the total kindness of your heart. And it's so appreciated. And so I really recommend everybody to go and check out your videos, because not only are they entertaining, but you can, some of them we can all use. I did one the other day that just was so relaxing and so, I don't know, empowering and peace giving, that you had done online. And you didn't have to pay anything. I just turned on Julie and
Yeah.
there, there I
I'm
have
really
this
blessed.
wonderful guide,
Yeah.
really.
I'm
So
blessed to be able to do it, to be able to, I don't have to work, which is lovely and such a gift. And that was hard earned over the years. But, I'm in this place now where I can just give back. And I was thinking, even if we do the weight loss clinic, which I've learned that if it's behavior modification in some ways, like going vegan will always be free. But the weight loss clinic, I think there'll be a small charge for that. And even that can be floated if somebody doesn't have the money. But I want to donate all the money to, worthy causes like animal shelters and animal rescue places and orphanages and stuff like that. So any money I make is going to go that way. So most of the things I'm not going to charge for at all. But the hypnosis state makes it easy for me to create, like all those videos you saw. And if you all watch them, you'll see that I just take a few deep breaths myself. I put myself in trance and I don't script anything. I just go in and there's no notes, nothing. I connect to the divine and I pull up the divine that we're all born with. It's a part of us because we're all a spark of the divine. And I just connect in and it all just flows without notes. And if I try to do a script, it just distracts me from and keeps me from that energy. So for me, it's easy. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It seems easy, but I guess I've practiced letting go. Letting go and just getting out of my own way and being the mouthpiece to the universe that I want to be, helping as much as I want to help. And if I'm scared and timid about it or afraid to speak the messages that need to be spoken, then I'm ineffectual compared to what I know I can be. So I've just kind of given myself permission to help at the biggest possible level. And I really feel that from my birth to now, everything that I've been through in my life has led up to me helping people make the transition to plant-based eating, and then also to help with their creativity and personal power and health and relaxation and anything else that goes on, because hypnosis works for everything.
wow. Well, that's just so amazing, Julie. And you are doing such wonderful work. And it is appreciated by the animals of the world and the plants and Mother Nature and all of that. But I'm just now looked at the clock and I think you're going to do a hypnosis session for about 10 minutes. It's 7:44 now. And then we're going to open up for questions. Well, here in that's Central Time. And then we're going to open up for questions because I'm sure we have some. And yeah, I'm looking at them right now. So why don't we switch gears and we will do this. You will do this hypnosis session for us for about 10 minutes?
Yeah, give or take, maybe a little less because I talk too much, but I think the whole thing was kind of putting people in hypnosis, but I'll do it.
Yes, I agree.
Because Judy, you look gone a few times there. I'm like, I'm gonna have to shake her through the screen.
I know, I have to keep reminding myself what I'm
You're a
doing
great
here.
subject, as they say. I don't like the word subject so much, but that's the traditional word. So I just want to say, if we don't get to everyone's questions, I want to honor everyone's questions, and you are free to write to me at World Vegan Assembly at Gmail, and I will get back to you. I will answer the questions. And anyway, let's just get relaxed. Let's get all cozy. Feel yourself maybe just moving around, getting all loose, relaxing your shoulders and your body and getting really comfortable in your seat. And as you enter into this session, you may say a prayer in your own words, in your mind, in your own belief systems. And you may ask for divine protection as you move into this session and for all the days of your life. And let us all together take in a long, slow, deep breath, inhaling relaxation and exhale away any tension or stress. Again, inhaling beautiful relaxation and letting go of any tension or stress. Now follow your breath in as you inhale and follow your breath out as you exhale. Again, following your breath joyfully in, and allow that joy to move through your being as you exhale. Imagining now you're like a giant balloon filling up with warm, beautiful air as you inhale. And relax more and more as the balloon deflates as you exhale. Exhale completely. Very good. Continuing to breathe and relax at your own pace. Like the air is moving through your body as you breathe, like a circle of life. That's right, connecting you to that great circle of life. You're breathing in and you're breathing out, following your breath in and out as you feel your body relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. Doesn't it feel great to relax? And maybe you can think for just a moment about those cycles per second of your brain. Even if you came into this session at around 35 or 40, you're already down to 15 because you're already good at this. So you can go even deeper if you want. You're totally in charge of your own relaxation, relaxation. And as you continue to follow your breath in and follow your breath out, it might begin to seem as though the air is entering your body like a glowing golden cloud, filling you with peace and relaxation, relaxation, relaxation. Imagining now that beautiful colored energy and light and music are surrounding the crown of your head, relaxing the crown of your head, your forehead, the space between your eyebrows, your eyes relaxing, relaxing, helping you to see the truth in all things, to see the truth in all things. Because many of us walk through life seeing without seeing, but now you can really see and recognize goodness. And you can really see and recognize when goodness is absent. And you can look for the beauty in everything that you do, in everything that you eat, seeing and really seeing, and go deeper now as that soothing wave of relaxation moves through your eyes and into your nose, and feel your face relaxing, your ears and your jaw and your mouth relaxing. That's right, your ears are now opening up so you can hear the truth. You can hear the truth in what other people say to you, and you can hear your own self-talk. And it will now be easy for you to redirect your own self-talk in a positive direction anytime that is called for, becoming your own best friend, your own motivator, your own cheerleader, helping you to remember to do the things that are important to you, whether it's a creative project, whether it's writing, whether it's yoga, whether it's exercise, or whether it's buying the right food, the beautiful plants to put in your refrigerator and on your shelf, reminding you that self-talk, the good self-talk. And you can imagine now that you have a dial in your mind that turns down the negative things other people are saying and turns up the positivity. Your own positive self-talk is going up, the negativity going down, and go deeper now as you focus on the beautifully colored energy moving through your mouth and your jaw, relaxing, relaxing. Feel your jaw, your teeth, your lips, and your tongue relaxing. Doesn't it feel great to let go of the tension in your jaw? And as you focus on your mouth, you might consider how great a wonderful glass of water tastes. That's right. Nothing better than a big, tall glass of fresh, pure water. And it tastes so good as it moves across your tongue and down into your body. So delicious, so refreshing, that water. And your taste buds are now being helpfully sensitized to the beautiful, delicious taste of fruits and vegetables. Like, can you imagine that first day when you go pick strawberries as a child or as an adult, and you bite into that beautiful, delicious strawberry? Or maybe it's a blueberry or a peach or an apple, so delicious, so yummy. That's right. That's right. The bounty of the divine right there. And you are picking them and eating them, the beautiful, delicious fruit. And maybe you're also imagining these wonderful plant-based meals that you can create. Maybe you've seen them on YouTube, or maybe you're relying on your own creativity. But now that you are walking away from animal products of all kinds, your mouth is becoming ideally sensitive to the delicious flavor in vegan foods and plant-based foods. So yummy, so delicious. That's right. And the things that used to appeal to you are now rapidly becoming unappealing if they pertain to cruelty or if they pertain to animal products. That's right. It's now easy for you to prefer the taste of fresh, delicious fruits and vegetables, and to prefer the taste of water over other beverages, because water is extremely wonderful. Breathing and relaxing now as your mouth continues to realize that it's been waiting for the fruits and vegetables, and they'll be so delicious. And there's so many great things to eat as a vegan, as a plant-based eater, that it will be easy, it will be fun, it will be more affordable, it will be more healing, it will be revitalizing. You will feel better when all the things that you put into your mouth are products of love and Mother and Father Earth and kindness. Going deeper now, deeper and deeper into relaxation, feeling your whole body relaxing as that soothing stream of relaxation flows into your throat, helping you to communicate your own needs as a soothing stream of relaxation flows down through your shoulders into your arms, wrists, hands, fingers, and fingertips, so relaxed, feeling the relaxation now moving into your torso, your heart knowing the truth, your heart radiating with love and light and compassion, and helping you to realize that love is the only way, that compassion and joy and peace are the way to go, and that anything less than that, any even momentary step away from love and light and compassion, diminishes that light that is you, that is your spirit. Feel your heart saying to you through its beating, love you, love you, love you, love you. And you can now love your heart back by only doing joyful things, joyfully doing joyful things, compassionate things, loving things, and feel the rest of your body now, your chest, your lungs, all your internal organs rapidly relaxing, relaxing, your hips and your buttocks, your entire assimilation and elimination systems relaxing, relaxing, and imagining all the chakras, the energy centers in your body, lighting up with all the colors of the rainbow, and any remaining tension or stress in your body, which I can't imagine you can even find now because you're so relaxed already, is draining out through the base of your spine. That's right. And draining out through your fingers and toes as the relaxation now courses down your legs, into your thighs and your knees relax, your shins relax, your ankles and feet and toes relax. It may begin to seem as though you're wrapped up in love, love of your ancestors, love of your spirit guides, love of the Creator, love of your own self, your sacred divinity. That's right. Love surrounding you, love embodying you, love flowing through you, love emanating inside you until you are so full of love that it becomes increasingly easy to think clearly and act in line with your own highest good, to think clearly and act in line with compassion, to think clearly and act in line with the good of our entire beautiful planet and all the air, seas, and skies, thinking clearly and acting in line with love, health, happiness, feeling your body one more time relaxing, saying to yourself now, I can do this. I've got this. This will be increasingly easy. I can do it any way I want, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to make this beautiful, amazing change. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be easy. It's going to be healing. And it's going to be delicious. And now feel that delicious healing energy traveling from place to place inside you, moving and flowing through your immune system and every cell, fiber, and nerve of your body, like a healing ointment, like a pleasurable song, like music, like light. And so it is. And so you are healing. And now getting in touch with your own choices, getting in touch with the spark of divine inside you, connecting wholly and fully with the truth, reconnecting to the truth on all levels, wanting the truth, knowing the truth. You may return to an awareness of the room around you and your body and come back as you hear the count from 1 to 5, 1 getting in touch with your body and breathing, 2 knowing that you've got this, 3 looking forward to enjoying more and more happy, healthy moments as a vegan or a plant-based eater, or as a more compassionate being, 4 knowing your success is assured, and 5 alert and clear, alert and clear. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, Julie, that was wonderful.
Thank you so much, Julie. Gee, that was quite a gift.
Yes, and you know what I was thinking, if everyone who's with us now or on Facebook Live knows someone that is thinking about going vegan or isn't on their radar, maybe share this with them, because it has so much, it's so interesting, even if you're not thinking about going vegan, and then they would experience this, that what you just did, this hypnosis session, and who knows what could happen.
Yeah, please.
So let's share this with lots and lots of people. And everyone will get this. I mean, we can watch it again, right, Lisa?
Oh,
You'll be
yes.
sending out a replay.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
we send out a replay that's good for about a week to everyone who is joined in and registered. And then we also post this on our YouTube channel. So we have, through In Defense of Animals, a vegan spirituality playlist where we actually post all of the different speakers that we've had over the years. So there's quite a few. We've been doing this for many years. So, and Julie's will be one of them.
Yes,
Yeah.
and also, thank you. I will also add music to the replay to make the hypnosis that much more delicious. So, we'll do a little editing and before I put it up on the World Vegan Assembly channel, and people can.
So it'll be there too.
It will be there too. So
Great.
just remember World
Great.
Vegan Assembly on YouTube,
Mhm.
and check in with all of us because we all like to be visited. So visit everybody, visit each other's sites, support it all, and I can stay on for questions, or I can. What do you think? I don't know how much time.
So what we'll do is I have a few questions that we'll go ahead and they've been, they've asked them before, so I'll go ahead and ask those questions. We'll take a couple of minutes to do that, and then we'll close up for the evening. So it looks
But remember, excuse me, Lisa, but just remember, everybody, and I posted the email address for Julie. So if you do have a question, she generously offered to answer your question if you just email her. So if you don't get your question answered, just go to that. Did everybody see it? It's where did I put it?
Yes, it's in the chat
World
box.
Vegan Assembly Okay, good. All right. So yes.
Yeah. So we have a few questions. I'll just help narrate those. So we've got from Vegan J. Let's see. Actually, let's go to David's question. David says he's been interested for about 5 years in learning how to use the Ericksonian conversational hypnosis and NLP to influence pre-vegans to become vegan. Where can he learn how to do that?
Julie Griffin. I'm a certification instructor. So if we had enough people that were interested in doing that, I would set up a full-blown certification class for people who are interested in learning this to help people go vegan, because I'm all in on it, folks.
Wow.
Wonderful. Well,
Oh my
thank you
God.
so much, Julie.
Doable,
That's
super
excellent.
affordable, and donate the money afterwards. You know, it's
Wow.
very
Awesome.
affordable.
So
And then we
glad you
have
asked
another
that question.
question from Steve, who says, "Our unconscious minds automatically engage when sleeping. Do you offer dream analysis as well as hypnosis or other techniques to make use of our unconscious minds while we sleep?"
I do not offer dream analysis because I could be wrong. And because as a hypnotist, I exercise extreme caution not to put anything in someone's mind that I don't know is 100% factual. Even if my take on someone's dream is pretty close to being actual, they need to figure out their dreams themselves. That's their mind trying to speak to them. So I could, in hypnosis, help them to remember their dreams, to understand their dreams, but I can't tell them the answers. Just like I don't do psychic readings as a hypnotist, because I could be seeing a different slant on their life than they even need to know about. So it's always, I help people get what they need from themselves.
Beautiful. That's very responsible also for other people's journey. We're having many people thank you. They're saying how wonderful it was. It's just so delightful. They're thanking you for this wonderful session, and they're excited about your website. And one person, Nina, says that she was moved to tears deeply and thanks you very, very much for this. So, another question is, what is the evidence between breathing and smoking cessation, or between hypnosis and smoking cessation?
What is the evidence? Meaning
Yes.
the success rate? I don't know.
Could be.
Question. Okay. Well, every hypnotist is going to have a different success rate. And a lot of people who came to me, who went on to be successful as non-smokers, they failed the first time or two that they went to a hypnotist. And I think it was because the hypnotist would say something like, well, if this doesn't work, give me a call and I'll give you a free session. If you say to somebody, this isn't going to work, it's not going to work. You know, you have to believe what you're going to do. We always said, you know, at intermission, you can crush out your last cigarette and we'll come back and do a whole nother session, because the part of you that used to want to smoke is going to dissipate and disappear and be gone forever when you crush out that last cigarette at intermission. And when you return to this room, you will already be a non-smoker, and that will be forever. Okay, so I don't leave it open to a problem. I tell them they can come back to the clinic for free and re-enjoy the relaxation, but they will never need to see me again because they're already a non-smoker. So it's all in the delivery. It's all in how much the hypnotist believes in themselves, how good they are at their craft, whether it would work. The breathing thing is just something my first business partner, Jim Joyce, and I realized that, you know, if you're smoking, and I used to be a smoker, so that helps. If you're smoking, I'm going to use my little menthol thing as a cigarette here. If you're smoking, you take in at least 400 long, slow, deep breaths a day if you smoke a pack a day. So, of course, this is why people relax on their break. It doesn't have anything to do with the cigarette. Cigarettes contain like over 300 substances that are bad for you, and among them are nicotine and caffeine, which are both stimulants. So cigarettes cannot possibly relax anyone. It's all the breathing that is done. So we just remind them, just breathe. Some people would say, oh, suck on lemon candies. You don't replace something with something else. Breathing is what you replace cigarettes with. That's it. Breathing, and be joyful that you can breathe and that you put the cigarette down while you still can breathe. That's another little aside thing. But the first hypnotist that we all had was our moms or our dads when they said something to us like, let me kiss it and make it feel better.
Aw, that's a lovely
Let
memory.
mommy kiss it and make it feel better. Okay, I'm sure my mother said that to me. And that was the first hypnosis. So you just have to get people in the relaxed and receptive state. And no hypnosis will work if the person does not want to change. So if I thought somebody was talked into coming to my clinics, I would say stay till intermission. You'll get hypnotized in the beginning for free, but at intermission, ask my assistant for your money back, because this will only work when you are ready for it to work, when it's your idea. And that's as true for plant-based eating as it is for any other reason. But once they want it, it makes it so easy, so much easier, because they're walking around and thinking relaxing thoughts instead of being like this. It's really hard to make any change when you're like this, and also hard for your body to heal if you're walking around like this. But when people get used to realizing they can take a few long, slow, deep breaths, and you can do that. You can start putting yourself in hypnosis just by taking some deep breaths. Like I tell people, on or before the 5th deep breath in and out, you can focus on your fingers opening and closing. And with each time you open and close your fingers, you can go deeper and relax more. And when you are as relaxed as you want to be, hold your fingers together and then focus on everything going well. Focus on yourself getting through that holiday that you don't really want to go to, or whatever it is you have to get through. And then when you're done focusing on the positive, focusing on your strength and your courage, then open your fingertips and take a deep breath and you're out of hypnosis. But self-hypnosis can be done that easily. With 5 deep breaths, opening and closing their fingers to go deep, then a deep breath to clear it, and opening their fingers, and it's over. And also affirmations. But you wouldn't say, I will not want to eat animal products. You would say, I'm happy to be enjoying my plant-based diet. I look forward to being free of animal products. So don't use the word not. Always direct it in a positive way. It's basically, don't say what you don't want to have happen. Say what you do want to have happen. Okay, makes sense? And don't say, I'm
Yes.
going to try to do this. Because if you ever had a party and you invite people, you really want some of them to come, and some of them call you and say, well, I'll try to make it. If somebody says to you, I'll try to make it to your party, are they coming? Nope. People that say, I'll try to get there, they're not going to come. The people that are going to make it to your party are the ones that say, I can't wait, I'll be there. Okay, so when you're giving yourself a suggestion, don't say, I'm going to try to do this, because you can't, like if I wanted to pick this up from the table, I can't pick it up when I'm trying to do it. I can only pick it up when I pick it up. So tell yourself, I'm doing this. I've got this. Or as Nike says, just do it. I like that one. I give that to myself. And I say to myself, you've got this. If any kind of insecurity comes up, which I don't have a lot of insecurity now, except for hooking up Zoom to to Facebook. That gives me a little anxiety. But I say to myself, you've got this. And anything that I have to do that I'm not used to, you've got this. So be your own cheerleader, your own advisor, your own mover and a shaker about getting obstacles out of the way. And if you're having butterflies about any issue, get those butterflies to fly in formation, because they're your butterflies. You can do what you want with them. Any kind thing. They're there to serve you in that application. These butterflies in your tummy are helping you direct them.
Oh, that's a lovely image, Julie, of these flittering butterflies.
Yeah, yeah,
So I want to thank you so much for sharing your skills and talents with us today.
my pleasure.
One of the kind of metaphors that came to me while you were talking is really that, you have this special skill, and it's, in a way, it's like a person who's an artist. They learn how to draw and to by all the conventions, and then they go outside the box. And you are so familiar with doing this. and you have all of the knowledge base and the skill and the training to do this, so that you can kind of go off on spiritual guidance, and everything comes out in a really divine way.
Thank
So
you.
I think that's part of it, is for people to understand that Julie, you actually have a reservoir of talent and skill and training, and that's what we're receiving tonight. And we're just so grateful to you for sharing it with us.
Thank you. I'm grateful for all you all do.
Oh, thanks.
So
Yes, this has
if
been
you could
wonderful.
if you could share your contact one more time with us, for those people who may not
Sure.
be having the chat box, and that
Okay.
way, if they would like to reach out to you, they can, or if they're curious about your services.
Okay. Well, there's two. Julie Griffin, hypnosis at iCloud.com is one. Griffin with two I's, Griffin, hypnosis at iCloud. Or easier to remember, I think, is worldveganassembly@gmail.com. Well, actually, how do you, now I'm in such a trance, I can't even remember how to write email. Worldveganassembly@gmail.com. Yeah, that's how it works. So
Yeah, that's what
wake
I
up,
put.
Julie. So
That's what I
that
put.
will be it. And also, I'll just tell you my phone number, because I don't care if people call me. One of these old people that actually likes to talk on the phone occasionally. 781-513-3494. Again, 781-513-3494. Anyone can call me. It might be good to text me first, just to make sure I'm awake and we're in the same time zone, but you are welcome to do that. And if anybody wants to learn how to become a certified hypnosis instructor, I am certified to do that. I have a company that certifies individuals, and I've trained doctors and nurses and clergy and all kinds of people all over the place. So if we had 10 people that wanted to learn how to do it specifically for helping people adopt a plant-based diet, that would be really grand. But please let me know if you're interested, because we can make that happen.
Wonderful. Well, I think you're starting a movement right here and now.
That's it.
So we're just delighted to have been part of it. And we thank you so much for sharing with us your wisdom tonight. And also to everyone, I hope that you do extend that relaxed state of mind into your evening. And we're just so thrilled that all of you could join us tonight. So thank you very, very much. Well,
And please watch the replays, because you'll be just as relaxed as you were with me on the screen live. It's just as
Wow.
relaxing, maybe more so, because you can lie down on your couch or in bed. So thank you.
And share it. I think
Please.
it's really important to share it.
thanks so much, everyone.
Well, thank
Namaste,
you.
vegan.
Namaste,
Vegan.
vegan.
I love you all. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Good night, all.
Night.
Night.
Thank you, ladies.
Night,
Thank
everybody.
you.